So, who here has been to Paris? All right. I've been to Paris twice. The first time was when I was in college. I was studying abroad in London, and I went with 2 roommates, and we stayed for a long weekend. And at the time, I didn't have any money, so we stayed in a hostel, and every morning there was free coffee and baguettes, and the baguettes were warm, and they were wonderful, and they were free. So not only did I take some of them for breakfast every morning, but I put a few in my pocket so that I could go throughout the day and not have to buy anything. And we walked amongst the streets of the city with nowhere in particular to go, enjoying the architecture, enjoying the beautiful people, looking in the shop windows and the cafe windows, thinking everything was so marvelous. And it was lovely. And I remember passing a cafe, and I saw a woman in a beautiful dress, sitting there in the afternoon sun, just enjoying the day. She wasn't occupying herself with a book or looking at her phone. She was just sitting there, sipping her latte and spooning the foam and enjoying the day and just kind of being there. And I thought, oh, that is Paris. That is beautiful. I love it. And before we left that last day, we splurged on some tomatoes and brie at a farmer's market, and we sat on a hilltop looking over the city and just enjoying each other's company, and it was fabulous. Now, the second time I went to Paris was much different. I made some money at that point. I went with my husband. We stayed in a fancy hotel, and we had champagne the first evening that we arrived. And I thought, this is it. I've arrived in Paris. And we had a list of everything that we wanted to do while we were there. We had a full itinerary, and we were going to go see the Mona Lisa, and we were going to walk down the Champs-Élysées. We might take a trip to Versailles. We had all the things in the schedule that we wanted to do, and I was ready. And we hit the ground running. But by day 3, I remember lying in bed, and I pulled the covers up, and I thought, honestly, I'm so tired. We've been running, we've been seeing, we've been sightseeing, we've been eating, we've been drinking, and I just honestly want to roll over and just go back to bed, and can we start this a little later? But I said, no, we're in Paris. So I got up, I shot a double espresso, and away we go. Today's going to be a productive day. Now, throughout the course of the day, I was a bit anxious, and I didn't know kind of what was going on, but in the early afternoon, my husband said something to me, and I snapped. And I said to myself, you can't snap at your husband in Paris. This is the most romantic city in the world. Like, you're gonna ruin this adventure. You better get yourself together, right? Put on a good attitude, put on a smile, and keep going. And as I was in this space, I walked by that same cafe where I'd seen the woman sitting there enjoying the day, enjoying the sun. And I thought, I don't even like museums. I don't want to go to the catacombs, and I certainly don't want to wait an hour to go to the top of the Eiffel Tower. This is not interesting to me. Why are these things on my list? And the reason that they were on my list is because I had asked everybody, what should I do when I'm in Paris? I read all the books, and I listened to all the podcasts, and I made notes, and I wanted to fit it all in. Because if I didn't fit it all in, then the trip would not be successful. And I would not have a good time, and I would not be happy. But the truth was much simpler than that. All I wanted to do was sit in the afternoon sun with my husband. So I looked at him and I said, I just want to sit down. And he said, sure. And I ordered myself a latte, and I spooned the foam, and we talked, and that coffee turned into a bottle of wine. It turned into an experience, and I didn't need all the things on the list. So what is your version of that French cafe? And what is on your list? Why is it there? How did it get there? What are you sacrificing for it?